whatever it is, case I'm already back with another 2 video for God, the real black Jesus in heaven. So basically, this might be another freestyle trope. I just made that one video about the DDG situation. That's my last video. I don't know if I still want to speak some stuff about that shit because it cut off because of my storage and shit. Like, I've been having storage issues with my phone. But yeah, like, definitely, now more storage space, how to figure that shit out. But yeah, definitely, like, yeah, I'm spiritual, like, definitely into a deep, intimate relationship with God. Like, God speaks to me, Jesus speaks to me. I can hear their voice. I can hear Jesus' voice clearly too. He tells me some amazing things, and that's why I mean, hey, that's just what life is all about. Life is all about enjoying your blessing. Enjoying all your blessings from God, from Jesus. That's what life should be about. Is about that. Even though we go through this wicked, cursed United States, world, government, every authority's cursed. And what God spoke to me too about that was that, like, definitely authorities are of Satan. Yeah, authorities. These authorities in the United States, they're of Satan. I don't want to say everyone like is of Satan, but at the same time, none of them are really pushing out this reality, this true gospel. Like, especially with Tiario be speaking, y'all need to look him up. Tireo. Like, this dude's gonna open up your eyes to a lot of shit, and I'm honest, I'm honest, and I'm honest to say that he's a legend, If I don't believe he's a legend, I'll be burning in hell for eternity, because I'm in the lie. And obviously, like I said, about my past videos, like, my family doesn't like Tiario for whatever reason, whether they're racist, I don't know what it is, My mom said he's full of hate or some shit, all weird shit. Who gives a fuck? Like, there's no point, there's no justification to go against Tiario, because that dude don't deserve that shit. That's like, come on, man. Are y'all really that cuckoo in the head and jealous and envious? And I don't get all that shit, And I'm always gonna stay loyal to that dude, because guess what? I have to be real. I can't just hate and have anger in my heart towards someone when then come on, like, people that hate me and that hate him, what do they do with their lives? They don't do nothing with their lives. That's why they attack that, And like I said, like, a lot of people, like that's a blessing I gained, was the knowledge from Tiario. And basically, people want to stigmatize it, enigma it to whatever the fuck they want to do. And it's just pure hypocrisy. Pure hypocrisy. Pure demonic possession. These people don't know these people are so gone in the devil. And, they think they can judge. They literally think they can judge. And like I said about the DDG situation too. Yeah, motherfuckers want to judge him. And guess what? Even motherfuckers want to judge Haley Bailey, whatever. Halle Bailey, whatever her name is. People want to judge her. Yeah, okay. She may be wrong. DDG's wrong. They're not in the kingdom of heaven. Like I said, they're not in the kingdom of heaven. So they're both wrong. They both have to get set free and gain a deep, intimate relationship with God and Jesus. They both have to do that. And I'm not here to bash them. I'm not here to, like, say they terrible people. I don't really care. Honestly, I don't really care. I don't care what people do. Like, people, like, I just sit back, do my thing for Jesus, do my thing for God, and speak the truth, and try to help save souls from hell. That's all I can really do. I ain't forcing shit on nobody. They choose. I put out the truth, and guess what? Y'all can be an adult and have a civil conversation about it, or y'all can just be a bunch of pussies and creeps and weirdos and stalkers and haters and demonic people. I mean, like, y'all know how this shit is, Tiario even prophesied this about the internet shit, about how more demonic it's gonna get and shit, like, definitely, like, it's been already prophesied about Tiario. So it's like, definitely, social media, yeah, whatever, maybe, like, I don't know what the hell I'm saying right now, but, like, definitely me, I put good shit out there on my platform. I put out the truth. I put out reality. Something this world doesn't have. You know, I don't even know when the world ever had reality. Because back then, look what happened to Jesus. Look what happened, like, dark times, it's like, come on, man. It is dark times. You know, we're living in dark times. You know, we're living in weird, wicked America. Weird, wicked United States of America. We're living in that, you know. I'm living in wicked America. With a satanic government, with a satanic system. You know, they want to suffer. They, like, literally, their actions speak louder than their words. They want to suffer. Christians, oh, I'm saved from hell. No, you want to suffer. You don't want to be saved from hell. That's why you follow lies. Why you into false doctrines? Why you think your emotions is going to get you into heaven? God don't care about your emotions. Why y'all see motherfuckers, they just care too much about their emotions. You know, people too emotional, and I get it. I understand, you know, but at the same time, y'all motherfuckers gotta literally learn. Christians don't want to learn. They don't. I don't care if y'all read the Bible front to back, Genesis to Revelation. You know, you still gotta be deep into the spirit with God, spirit and truth. Didn't you say, or God say, Jesus say, follow me in spirit and truth? Christians don't do that. You gotta follow God in the Holy Ghost, in the Holy Spirit, in Jesus too. So, like, definitely, like, yeah, you know. And, you know, definitely, you know, I definitely shook up the whole industry, you know, the whole everything, you know. I shook up mental health. I shook up all that stuff. I exposed all that stupid shit. I exposed how weird and demonic it all is, and how it just needs to, you know, have, you know, I don't even know about what needs to happen for that shit, but I feel like motherfuckers need to just die. I'm gonna be for real. Like, I'm not trying to sound like I'm not even. I don't even care. Like, honestly, man, it comes to a point. You know, motherfuckers are so wicked and evil. They'd be better off dead. For me, at least. You know, you know. And, you know, definitely, like, yeah, you know, motherfuckers. You know, yeah, and I understand. You know, I understand how people think. I understand how people think. I study. You know, I understand. Y'all just want to have fun. Y'all want to do you. Y'all want to be in the emotions. And I get it. But I get it. Y'all don't want to change. Y'all want to stay wicked. Y'all want to stay evil. Because y'all love that. Christians, you love being evil. Religious people, you love being evil. Worldly people, etc., etc., everybody. You know, y'all love being evil. And that's what's in this time. Y'all see what's going on. Y'all see how wicked this world is. Y'all see how much everybody's delusional about God and Jesus. Everybody has psychosis. Everybody has schizophrenia. Y'all gotta see that shit. Y'all gotta look in. Y'all really gotta, man. Y'all gotta really repent and give your life up to Jesus. You know, and I understand, you know, it's hard, you know, but, you know, y'all making it harder than what it is. You know, y'all decisions, I get it, it's hard to get out of curses. It's hard to get curses out of your mind. It's hard not to be possessed by demons and Satan. You know, I understand. We're living in some dark, you know, crazy. You know, we're living in the end times. What do you want to call it? Well, the end times, whatever the fuck. You know, y'all motherfuckers, like, come on. Attacking me, putting me through this mess. I'm like, dude, y'all see all these people successful. What about the true people of God? Why can't we be financially like up there? Like, and I'm the one that's trying to bring everybody to the promised land, and motherfuckers still hating on me, and it's sick. It really is, you know. I mean, like, it's just like what Moses did, you know. Moses trying to lead these crazy Israelites to the promised land, and look what they done. You know, they just shot themselves in the foot. Like, I'm like, dude, Moses was on Mount Sinai. Y'all know the story. Y'all know the story. Fasting 40 days, 40 nights, meet, seeing God face, whatever the fuck, doing whatever, take commandments for rules for the Israelites or whoever at that time. So yeah, definitely like, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, and y'all know the story. Y'all know what the Israelites did, y'all, and guess what, people, people need to wake up. People really need to wake up and, you know, get honest with themselves. Y'all hate God. Be honest. You don't want to follow God. You don't want to follow Jesus. Be honest. Be honest and tell God. See me in my relationship, I'm honest about everything, I tell God straight up, I think you're crazy. I tell God, hey, dude, you a psychopath. But I look at that as giving us credit. I look at that like, yeah, God, you evil. You're the evilest. You're more evil than Satan. I'm honest, and I admit that. And I look at that as like, okay, yeah, that's the truth. Giving God his credit. Yeah, God, you're a psychopath. Yeah, that's credit you deserve. And hey, I'm not gonna try to judge God for that shit, but at the same time, I'm gonna speak it up and speak from my heart and soul. I ain't gonna hide that shit in. And that is funny, because like about the DDG situation, he can't even pour out his heart and have people see it. He has to do that shit behind camera, or they're gonna shut down his YouTube, they're gonna fuck his Twitch, whatever the fuck, and it's gonna fuck his money up and everything. He's fucked, but I get it, the only way out is Jesus. That's the DDG. The only way out is getting a deep, intimate relationship with Jesus and God. See, me, if a girl did that to me, I'll just call her a Jezebel. I'll just call her a Delilah, Jezebel, wherever the fuck, and honestly, man, I'm different, though. I'm different. I can speak for myself, because I'm differently, like, I'm not into women. I'm not into sex. I'm not into all that stupid stuff. I'm not into anything, and, I'm definitely not into men, so I'm not gay, so y'all want to try to, just because I said I'm not into women doesn't mean I'm gay. I'm not into any of that. I'm not into sex. I'm not into none of that. I hate that shit, and I get honest with God about that shit. I get honest with Jesus about that shit. I'm like, man, these women are ugly. Like, none of them are good enough for me. None of them are on my level, and even whatever Mariana, she not on my level. She not. And I'm honest about it. I'm honest about how I feel. I don't care what nobody says, because I already know everything's going to be judged on Judgment Day. I'll bring it up now. I'm like, dude, I'm bringing up Judgment Day now. Like, I'm bringing up that shit now. I'm preparing for my Judgment Day. That's what I got to do. I'm speaking from my heart and speaking from my soul. Y'all want to stop that. Y'all want to stop me from speaking from my heart and speaking from my soul. Ain't that crazy? Y'all don't want me to open up to God. Y'all don't want me to open up to Jesus. And guess what? I want people to see this. I want to share all this with people, because that's what you're supposed to do. You ain't supposed to just shut up and not speak truth and not take a stand and not try to help save people from hell and not help reach people, because obviously I have my life story to where, a lot of people are going to be saved. A lot of people are going to be reached, a lot of people gonna understand. A lot of people need this shit, A lot of people need reality. People need reality in these times. And guess what? I don't care. I don't care about I'll call out anybody. Think I give a fuck, man? Shit, I don't, And, yeah, maybe they could shut my shit down if I get... I don't know what I would do to get my YouTube shut down and everything. And if I have a website, they shut that down. Whatever the fuck. Who knows how deep Saints people can get into this shit to try to, bully me and attack me and do their witchcraft and sorcery on me and voodoo on me. And, definitely, I know what the government's doing. They're doing voodoo, they're doing witchcraft, they're doing sorcery, the witches and that shit. And, like, yeah, yeah, so it's like, definitely, you're like, oh, and also, here's the thing, man. Dude, what the hell? Dude, okay, so, like, yeah, definitely, definitely, like, yeah, I'm definitely into the truth. I'm definitely into the kingdom of heaven. I'm definitely deep into that shit, man. And, hey, that's just the way it is. That's the way it is. And I'm happy about it. I'm happy about it. And, nobody can steal my joy away, because you know, I've done it all. I've done it all. You know, I've had a blast. I'm on top of things. You know, I'm really at the top. You know, that's why I feel so good about myself and where I'm at spiritually and mentally, even physically. You know, definitely. You know, even though this is a terrible camera, I'm using the cheap ass iPhone camera, but definitely like, yeah, you know. You know, I made it. I solidified my spot in the Lens Book of Life. And I think y'all know, if y'all really know my catalog and y'all really know what I've done, y'all see, you know. And that's the way it is, you know. That's the way it is, you know. And, you know, making it to heaven is a blessing. It's a blessing. It really is. This has been a 15-minute video. I don't know if I should stop. I don't know what else I want to say. But this has been like a freestyle video, me just going on different stuff, different topics, just flowing in the spirit or whatever you want to call it, whatever the fuck, you know, definitely like, you know, like definitely, you know, I'm happy, you know, that I can, you know, be deep into the kingdom, you know. Not a lot of people can't put in the work or grind or go through what I go through in order to obtain that, blessing that I have with God and Jesus. And I'm just happy for what's in store for my future. And, you know, definitely, you know, I love people. Hey, you know, I love people. But at the same time, I get it. You know, motherfuckers get evil. They don't care. They don't care how much love you have. They still gonna persecute you. They still gonna do you dirty. They still gonna attack you. It doesn't matter how much love you have. It doesn't, you know. Like, it's just the way it is, you know, like, and, you know, I have to laugh at them when they burn. You know, I have to, you know, but I guess bully them back, if whatever, you know, and just whatever, just let reality hit them, and, you know, they're all gonna suffer, man. And motherfuckers think they're gonna get away with it, whether it be family members, friends, whoever the fuck, you know, society, devil worshippers, all the saints people, whoever, you know, gang stalking people, whatever the fuck it is, you know, y'all done, y'all gonna burn in hell. And I think it's funny that y'all gonna burn in hell. I'm gonna be laughing at y'all when you're in hell. And, you know, at the same time, you know, I understand. You know, I understand y'all do you. I speak truth for the kingdom of heaven. I sit back, look at this world, like, shit, like, I'm like, man, sit back, look at this world. I'm like, man, you know. And I just go out to talking to Jesus and God, you know, and just be like, yeah, and pour my heart to things. And, you know, and that's what you're supposed to do. That's literally what you're supposed to do, you know. And, you know, y'all people need to get real. Y'all hate me. Be honest. Be honest. You jealous of me. You jealous that I'm deep into the truth. You jealous, and that's why y'all want me to suffer. Just be for real. You want me to suffer. Just be real. You're demonically possessed. Be real. Be a G about it. Take your punishment. Take your lick like a G. Go to hell like a G. So yeah, basically, you know, and a lot of people, you know, they can't change, and that's their fault. That's their fault. And Judgment Day is gonna be scary for them. And, you know, I've been through what I've been through, and, you know, I've earned my shit. I've really solidified my spot, like I said. So yeah. So yeah, like, definitely, you know, definitely, you know, I'm happy. So yeah, I think this video gotta end, because I don't even know what else to say. So yeah, I think that's gonna end the video. So that being said, much love and peace. Peace out.